You are not making enough money with what you have. And in this video, I'm going to give you 5 ways that in any business, anywhere in the world, you can increase your profits. Not your turnover. The thing that really matters, your profits. So I'm going to take you through these 5 different ways, and I'll tell you some of the ways that I use these tips in my businesses. So the first one is to upsell. What does that mean? It means when someone orders something, consider what they may want with it that is better, or is an addition to it, or would complement what they have. So someone goes in and they order a Samsung S23 Plus. Now, an upsell to that, well, there's a few different words, upselling, cross-selling, whatever, but an upsell to that would be Samsung saying, hey, did you know we've got an S23 Ultra, which has a much bigger screen, much more memory, much faster processor, and you know what? We'll give it to you for just an extra £100, and normally it's 150. Upselling. You've just ordered the Galaxy S23. Guess what? We've just launched the Galaxy Buds 2. We also have the Galaxy Watch 3. All of these things work really well together, and if you buy them together, we'll give you a bundle discount. There's actually another technique, right? Bundling things together in packages, but the main thing here is upselling. So in my food business, when people come for a burger, we always say, do you want chips with that? What chips do you want with that? Are you sure? Can't get you anything else? Wanna wash that down with a drink? We got this, we got that. Just this, and I've used it myself when I've taken orders. The simplest, just saying something, just making people aware of something can increase sales. And I say it to all my staff. If someone offers something, you offer them 2 or 3 other things that we have that will go with it. And you'll be surprised how many times, do you want chips with that? Yeah, go on. Are you getting the loaded fries? Do you want to top it with brisket or halloumi or... It's really good. Boom. I promise you, so many people don't know what they want. And if they weren't going to eat the food and they didn't want it, well, they wouldn't necessarily order it. We're not forcing anyone into a sell here. But being able to upsell, cross-sell, whatever the new term will be, is so, so important. And when you combine that with bundles and packages, the effect multiplies massively. You know, your mentoring program, okay, you've got level bronze, gold, and platinum. Those names in themselves create a hierarchy, and you can upsell from one to the other. Hey, I see you on that one, that's 10 grand a year. Did you know for only extra 3 grand a year, you get all of these benefits? Just saying, it's there if you want it, but now's a good time to pick this package and save some money. See how using both? So if you're not upselling, I doubt you only have one product or one service, right? So start doing this. Number 2, focus on repeat customers. Have you got a loyalty scheme in progress? Do you have a pixel and adverts that are retargeting people? You know, do you remember when the same customer or client comes back? How do you treat them? How do you speak to them? Have you got a mailing list that is going to keep reaching them? Have you got organic social media that kind of in the background and will kind of keep reaching them? You know? And when you have a subscription service and you have that monthly recurring revenue, beautiful thing. What are you doing then to ensure that they keep paying every month and they keep staying and they keep renewing, right? Personalized offers. And you can do this with certain, systems. But hey, we noticed that you order mac and cheese a lot. Here's 20% off this pasta dish, or here's 20% off another dish. Eat something different. I don't know. You know what I mean? So focusing on that customer loyalty is so, so important, right? Now, another way you can boost profits, number 3, is cut the non-essentials. So this means non-essential staff. It means non-essential packaging, waste, ordering 12 packets of 200 grams when you could get 12. You could get just 12 big liters of it, and it's cheaper. You save packaging, you save waste. Serving things on plates instead of in kind of takeaway boxes. In the cleaning business, ensuring that cleaners are diluting the chemicals, because they can last like a month, some of them. But you have to dilute them properly, and then they last. Following the instructions. We're cutting out the non-essential. I'll just pour it in the bottle. No, you will not. You'll follow the instructions and only do what's essential. And I think also, in the food business, it kind of goes to what is your crowd? If it's not Michelin star, if it's not premium, you can't charge a premium price, and therefore your product, your origin, can't necessarily be premium. because it's a business and there has to be enough room for a margin. No matter how much I want to use the best pasta in the world, the best bronze dyed from Gragnano, a village in Napoli where they hang out to dry and, get bella. No, I can't, because we don't have the price point in our pasta location. When we do have a location that does have that price point, you best believe me and the nonnas, we out here. Yeah, we gonna be in a club, shaking our booties all night. No, we're not, okay? And so this really comes down to every level of your business. Like, look at every single level of your business. What is essential? What is not? What is income generating? What is a waste? What things can be improved? I look at the food orders for my business every single week. What is this? Why is it like that? Why does that come in small kg packets? Why does it hurt? And it's a low margin business, so I have to. Super, super important. Yeah, it can turn over $500,000. That's lovely. But if it's not profitable, it could turn over 20 million. It'll look good in my Instagram bio, but who gives a shit otherwise? Because I ain't making no money. And this is why it's so important to have management accounts, to have QuickBooks, to have, Monzo Bank, for example, tracking your transactions. So every day, every week, especially in a startup, in a small business, you can see, okay, we've been spending this much on this marketing. Haven't got anything back. We spent this much on a buffet and we sold it for this much. Okay, And, cutting things out is hard and cutting staff out is hard, but I promise you the cost savings are massive and the efficiency savings they can be innumerable. Number 4. This is a tough one. No one likes this. It's not good for branding, it's not good for marketing, it's not good for perception, it pisses everyone off, but sorry, we're running a business, not a charity. Inflation, wages, everything goes up every year. Yep, you guessed it. Price increases. You have to increase your prices. Obviously every year, in line with inflation, in line with national insurance, wage increases. But also, if you want to offer maybe a higher quality product, you want to use better ingredients, your food costs are going up, the cost of your time is going up because your brand has got bigger and now your mentorship's more expensive. This happens to me all the time. You are a garage and now you're working on EV cars, so hey, your labor rate has to go up. The cost from Euro and Bennett's is going up, so you will have to do price increases. Most of the time they'll be forced, like mortgage rate going up. Okay, well, I have to increase the rent then. But sometimes you need to consider and look at, well, how are we positioned in the market compared to everyone else? What's the quality of what they're serving? Are we in line with that or not? And, what should we do? What should we do to maintain our customer satisfaction, but also at the same time to consider that, well, as a business, we need to make money. And if we're not making money, why are we in this? Now, this sounds really obvious, sounds like I'm preaching to the choir, but honestly, you can increase prices without pissing people off. There's certain ways of doing it. There's certain ways of how things are perceived, the reasons you give for it. If you market it in a certain way, if you announce it in a certain way, if it's in line with certain world events, if you've even got proof from your suppliers that say, hey, by the way, everything's going up 7%. With my cleaning business, the chemicals went up, and I just sent a quote from my suppliers and said, hey, everyone, look, this is going up, this is going up. Of course the prices are going up, That's just what happens. Everything keeps getting more expensive until who knows what point it kind of goes to. But, making small incremental changes also helps. And, launching new products, right? Rebranding products with a higher price helps the marketing perception because it seems like it's a different product or it's a new iteration of it or it's a different version of it or whatever it is. And therefore you can charge more because, we're not paying £7 for that. Headset of headphones we used to buy and now they're this. It's like, well, actually these are 2.0 or whatever. That makes a difference. So sometimes actually developing your product more means you can then charge more for it. I mean, just do a 5% increase tomorrow. If you haven't done an increase in 6 months, do a 5% increase tomorrow. Do it. Or do it now if you're watching this in the morning. See what happens. Also test out pricing. The price is not always the same. It'll be different. for number of people you're quoting for, the level you're quoting for, the type of vehicle you're working on, the shop, the location, if it has access for a skip, every business will have different prices for different scenarios, right? But test these out. Just like builders when they say, oh yeah, it's going to cost 40 grand for that, when they're just taking a piss. Don't do that. But in a similar way, test out different pricing, get feedback, get justifications. And you will maybe lose some customers, but you got to remember, depending on how many you lose, that price increase could equal that. And if someone really likes your food and you increase it by 5 or 10%, I think they're going to come back. If you're an incredible mentor and the price has gone up because someone didn't put a deposit down now and they waited 2 months, and you've told them, give as Dua Lipa said, IDGAF. I haven't listened to Dua Lipa in so long. I love Dua Lipa. Might have to play some of her tunes now while I make my lunch. And I mean, this last point is massive, right? It's leveraging social proof. Reviews, comments from people, pictures, videos, creating content, documenting content, testimonials, a good website, a good brand, good image. Like, there is so much social proof in, I would say, most businesses that would be useful. And in today's world, we trust, we believe in social media, we believe in reviews, we believe in having a Google listing, a website. So you need to utilize this. When I'm quoting, I always say, hey, go check out my reviews. My podcast. Still got the highest podcast out of any UK property podcast. It ain't property no more. It's a mixture. Why am I still higher than the rest of you lot? Because your stuff is shit. And why are people begging me to come back? Okay, 3 people begged me to come back. But still, that's that's good. Using social proof. Now, this is not a quick fix. This is something that takes time. It takes organic growth to build up. So this is probably the slowest out of all of these things. The other ones you can kind of implement on the back end internally pretty quickly. But yeah, the social bits, they're not quick at all. They will take time, they will take effort, they'll take good video, good lighting, whatever it is. But I promise you, why does Lamborghini charge the same price for Lamborghini when they're Audis? The new one, the Temerario and the Vuelto are not, but I've seen better interiors for a third of the price. Sorry. But the Huracan, Aventador, Murcielago, Gallardo, don't even let me go to the Gallardo with the Audi S3 interior bits. Why do they do this? Or how can they do this? Because it's Lamborghini, huh? It's Italiano, no? Hey. Well, is it? It's brand. And why do people not want to pay more money for a Kia? Because it's the brand. Why does Merc, BMW, Porsche, why are they all held in a certain regard? Yes, okay, mechanically, great vehicles, don't get me wrong, but it's the brand. Like Gucci, LV, you really think they pay the people in Pakistan, India, and Bengal, and Vietnam, what, you really think they pay these people like £10 an hour because it's LV? They pay them an extra 30p an hour, and you get charged an extra 300 quid, £3,000, whatever it is. It's the brand, people. Why do rappers talk about APs and rollies and whatever? It's the brand. Brand is everywhere. You spend money, I spend money on things because of the brand. Simple as that. So people, the 5 tips going backwards were: leverage social proof, increase your prices without losing customers ideally, cut out the non-essentials, focus on repeat customers, and upsell, cross-sell strategically. So people, if you like this, please scroll up, leave a review. It'll take you less than 30 seconds. And I know for a fact I've increased your profit margins by 10% minimum. I guarantee that. It's a no money back special guarantee, bro. Yeah? Because you don't need the money back, because you're going to be making more money than me, because I've just given you the way to make more profits. Leave a review. Leave a comment on YouTube. I really, really appreciate it. Share this with your friends. Share this with your enemies. Share it with your auntie. And share it with your uncle. And everyone, bye.